Hello everybody, a very warm welcome to SD Capital's official YouTube channel. We are in third week of January 2021 and this time we are going to take a look at Indian economy and share our view about 2021 growth. Given that vaccination drive has started across the globe, actually across all major economies, US, UK, Europe and India. At the end, as usual, there will be a free stock recommendation. But before that, let's come back to today's topic. Vaccination has started across the globe, as I said. Primary vaccines are being used at this point is Pfizer, BioNTech and Oxford AstraZeneca. And Moderna vaccines have been approved by UK and Europe as well as in US, but only US is getting that. Post Q1, it is supposed to reach UK and European markets. India primarily is getting Oxford AstraZeneca vaccine manufactured by Serum India and also Covaxin, which is a homegrown vaccine. And with vaccines and also winter is like peak winter has passed now. So everywhere there is hope that the pandemic will be soon under control. In fact, in India, pandemic is already in somewhat control now. So economy across the globe is going to bounce back in 2021. In fact, in India, we have seen some growth in last quarter of 2020 itself. If we consider views from major brokerage houses and consulting companies like Nomura, Morgan Stanley or Deloitte for that matter, everybody is very positive about India's growth. Everybody is saying that India is going to grow at a pace at least 7%, maybe to even 11-12% in 2021. Some people are even positive to the extent that they expect India to outperform China in 2021. And thereby, it is high time we take a hard look at the Indian economy and see if the growth is going to be even across the board or there are certain sectors which will grow more than the others. SD Capital believes there are sectors which will grow more than others. The sectors to name here: automobiles, hospitality, travel and entertainment, IT and telecom, construction, pharma and retail. So let's get started. Automobile. In 2020 with lockdown and everything, obviously automobile demand nosedived. But automobile industry, actually the major players took this opportunity to consolidate their operation to reduce their cost base. And now in 2021, there is going to be pent up demand in this sector. Even if people are trying to just replace their old vehicle, there will be enough growth. And then there is additional demand is for green energy vehicles, electric vehicles. Some replacement, some people looking out for replacing their old vehicles can go this way, and some newcomers will also enter into this sector. And thereby, automobile industry is going to grow hugely in 2021. The companies to watch out for: Maruti, Mahindra and Mahindra, Motocorp, Bajaj Auto. Hospitality sector, that's the second sector we are going to talk through. Hospitality sector has been really battered by the pandemic. All the pubs, restaurant, hotels, they have suffered a lot. They have tried to cope up by converting hotels to quarantine center, hotels to something like a temporary quarantine facility, means where people can stay at their own cost or government cost depending on the country. But end of the day, they have suffered a lot. But now with vaccination drive going on everywhere, this sector is going to bounce back. And the companies to watch out for: Indian Hotels and Mahindra Holidays. There will be other players as well, but these are two we will like to specifically call out. The third one is really the travel and entertainment. Everybody tried to control the pandemic by imposing some kind of a travel restrictions. In fact, majority of the countries across the globe went for lockdowns time to time, which means no travel whatsoever. And also entertainment industry, cinema halls have been really shut down. At that opportunity, Netflix and other online streaming companies have really picked up the pace. But with pandemic easing and the lockdown easing and pandemic looks like pandemic is going to be soon under control, given that these two sectors are bound to bounce back. PVR and Inox, these are two companies to watch out for. On the travel side, it is a bit more complicated. It is not going to be evenly paced, but domestic travel in India has almost come back to normalcy. India has taken a very good drive to help inoculate the population in the neighboring countries, which means short distance travel will resume at at least somewhat normal level very soon. Given that UK and US is going to heavily inoculate their population by Q1, they both hope to at least inoculate 25% of their population by Q1, given that international travel is going to pick up soon. SpiceJet, Indigo, these are the companies you look out for. The next one is IT and Telecom. There is a very interesting journey on IT and Telecom. When the world economy was suffering, these are the sectors which actually picked up growth, because all other sector companies understood to survive in this pandemic situation, the only way is to adapt IT, to digitize. And also, work from home became a norm across the globe. Hence, Indian IT companies and telecom companies are made a real growth story in 2020. Small and medium business started adopting this, started adopting IT strategy and digitize their operations to survive. And hence, it is a completely new market for Indian IT and telecom industry. Moreover, as I said, work from home is now almost normal across sectors, across the countries, and thereby it opens up an opportunity for Indian IT companies to support their clients from offshore locations, low-cost locations, hugely. Previously, there used to be an onshore presence and offshore presence. Now they can actually increase their offshore presence, which actually reduce their cost base further, and thereby IT and telecom are going to grow in 2020. Construction is a cyclical sector by definition. In 2020, obviously, economy was really at a very low point, and with 2021, with fiscal policy and monetary policy being accommodative, construction sector is going to grow. Pent-up demand once again in this sector. Pharmaceuticals, that's a very interesting story. India is called pharmacy of the world. It is really. So given the huge demand for vaccination and also the supporting industry which manufactures syringes, labels, vials, all required for the vaccinating the 7 billion plus population of the world, a major part of that supply is going to come from India. Thereby, pharmaceutical and supporting sectors are going to grow hugely in 2021. We will specifically call out that in the pharmaceutical sector, please watch out for the large cap companies. Large cap companies tend to outperform. The next one, retail. Retail, there is a twofold story here. Obviously, in retail, there is a necessary things and discretionary spending things. So necessary like grocery and all that, pandemic or no pandemic, that sale is kind of constant. But what is going to change there? People started adopting online shopping, even for grocery shopping in India. A part of the population will come back to the store, but a part of population will continue to do online grocery shopping for the foreseeable future. The other part is discretionary spending. This is something typically high income group people engage in because they have disposable income. And that is where the pandemic, obviously it is for the high income group, the pandemic didn't really impact their pocket, but what it impacted was the lockdown. There was no opportunity to socialize. There was no point of going out. They were all working from home, all of that. Now in 2021, things are going to gradually go back to normalcy. So we will see more discretionary spending in this area. So Future Retail, Aditya Birla Fashion, and Avenue Supermarket, these are the biggies in the retail sector where you can see some real good growth. Therefore, we do believe that 2021 is going to be a very interesting story in India's economic growth. As we keep on telling, given the demographic dividend and given the geopolitical situation, given the policies adopted by Indian government, India is going to have a bull run in the equity market for at least for the next 15 years or so. And this 2021 is actually going to get us back to that growth trajectory more firmly. And that's why 2021 is going to be a very interesting year in the Indian equity market. If you are interested to invest in Indian equity market, please adopt two ways. We always suggest two ways. Either you study on your own and start investing. If you are a newcomer, you need to spend roughly 8 to 10 months. We have given some pointers in our old sessions for the beginners to start their journey on this path. Or you take help from portfolio managers. Mutual funds or SIP mutual funds, those are not the things which you should go for given their alpha, beta and fee structure. We have done enough sessions on that to explain. So if you don't have time to study, or if you are not confident enough, or simply you are not interested, you please feel free to take help from a portfolio management company. And SD Capital is a portfolio management company who works for zero annual fee, profit and loss sharing. Yes, we do share losses if you incur losses following our advices. We have 3 services, as you know: create wealth, invest in retirement and manage existing portfolio. If you are interested, please feel free to contact us at mail.sdcapital@gmail.com. I will repeat, mail.sdcapital@gmail.com. With all said and done, now it is time for today's free stock recommendation. And today's free stock recommendation is Britannia. SD Capital research team has got enough reasons to believe that Britannia has a bull run ahead of it. Obviously, target price, stop loss price, everything will be reserved for our customers. But if you have been watching our videos for some weeks or months now, you know how good these stocks perform. So if Britannia works for your portfolio, please feel free to start building your position into this stock. And that's all for today. We will meet again in 2 weeks' time. Vaccination is happening across the globe. I really hope that we come back to normalcy very soon. Please take care. Thank you and bye.